Hello dear students, welcome back to my channel. Questions solving from electrochemistry part 2. Let us take the question number 1. Which of the following metal do not evolve H2 gas from dilute acid? So students, these two questions are based on the applications of electrochemical series, right? Which of the following metal do not evolve H2 gas from dilute acid? So this is one of the application of electrochemical series. Here the metal which has positive reduction potential cannot evolve H2 gas. The metal which has negative reduction potential, it can evolve H2 gas from the dilute mineral acids. Students, first we need to check whether all are given as a reduction potentials or not. Generally, according to IUPAC convention, all the electrode potentials we have to indicate it as a reduction potentials. First, we need to check whether all are given as a reduction potential or not. If something it is given as oxidation potential, immediately we need to convert that into reduction potential. Then we can compare. So, that application is the metal which has a positive reduction potential cannot evolve H2 gas from the mineral acids, dilute mineral acids. So here first option A, gas A, it is metal A plus slash A, that means metal plus 1 oxidation state to, that is elemental state 0, plus 1 to 0 is a reduction, decrease in oxidation number is reduction. So this is reduction potential is provided, which is a positive sign. So this metal cannot evolve H2 gas. Let us check for the other options also. Here students, E0 B slash B plus, that is 0 to plus 1 it is going. It is not a reduction potential, it is oxidation potential, because 0 to plus 1 increase in oxidation number is oxidation. So we need to convert this into reduction potential. E0 B plus slash B is equal to, sign will changes now, it is minus 0.22 volts, so which is also negative sign. So this can evolve H2 gas. Here C plus 1 to 0, decrease in oxidation number, reduction potential. Yes, it is given as a reduction potential. So negative reduction potential, it can give H2 gas. Here E0 D slash D plus, it is not a reduction potential, convert into reduction potential, E0 D plus slash D. So sign will changes, given is oxidation potential, to convert into reduction potential simply we need to change the sign. This is minus 0.44 volts. Metal with the negative reduction potential, it will give H2 gas when it is reacted with the dilute mineral acids. These also will give. So only option A, that is the metal A which has a positive reduction potential, will not give H2 gas when it is reacted with the dilute mineral acids, because this is less reactive than the hydrogen. Second question students, the standard electrode potentials E0 I2 slash I minus, that means it is a reduction potential, 0 to minus 1 it is going. So Br minus slash Br2, it is given as oxidation potential. So Br, here I2 is 0 to minus 1 it is going, right? Reduction, decrease in the oxidation number is reduction potential. But here Br minus is going to Br2. So minus 1 to 0, increase in the oxidation number. So it is oxidation potential. And Fe slash to Fe plus 2, E0 value is given. This is also oxidation potential. First let us convert all into the reduction potentials, right? So students, I0, that is E0 I2 slash I minus, this is reduction potential is provided. So values are given as 0.54 volts, right? There is no change in the potential, electrode potential for the iodine, whatever they have provided. And then for the E0 Br2 slash Br, now we have to reverse the sign. Here it is having minus sign, now it will becomes as plus 1.09 volts. So next one is Fe E naught Fe slash Fe plus 2 slash Fe, because we need to convert all the electrode potentials first into reduction potentials, right? It is given as Fe slash Fe plus 2 is given, that is 0.44. Then when we convert this oxidation potential into reduction potential, it is minus 0.44 volts. So based on this, students, the electrode, the element which has more positive value of reduction potential is a strong oxidizing agent, and which has a negative reduction potential will be the strong reducing agent. So let us see the question now. The standard electrode potentials E naught I2 slash I minus, comma E naught Br minus slash Br2 and E naught Fe slash Fe plus 2 are respectively plus 0.54 volts, comma minus 1.09 volts and 0.44 volts. On the basis of above data, which of the following process is non-spontaneous? So students, so from whatever the electrode potentials they have provided, we have converted into reduction potential. So from the reduction potential data, it is clear that bromine is a strong oxidizing agent and Fe is a strong reducing agent from the data provided. So first equation you check, Br2, it is oxidizing I minus into I2. Yes, it is possible. It is a spontaneous process, but we need what is a non-spontaneous process among these. Br2 being oxidizing agent, it will oxidize I minus into I2. It is possible, right? So here Fe, which is a strong reducing agent, it is reducing Br2 into Br minus. Yes, it is also possible, because Fe is a strong reducing agent among the given electrode potentials. Fe, it is again reducing I2 into I minus. Yes, it can reduce because it has a more negative value of reduction potential. So it is also possible, spontaneous processes. Then this is a reverse of the first process. If you check this one, D option is reverse of the first process. If this is a spontaneous, reverse cannot be non-spontaneous, cannot be spontaneous. So it is a non-spontaneous process. Br2 can oxidize I minus into I2, but I2 cannot oxidize Br minus into Br2. So D option, whatever the reaction given, it is a non-spontaneous process. So students, let us take some more questions now. Students, next question, question number 3. Pb plus 2 electrons gives rise to Pb solid. E naught value is given as minus 0.13 volts. Sn plus 2 electrons gives rise to Sn solid. E naught value is given as minus 0.16 volts. Ni plus 2 electrons gives rise to Ni solid. E naught is given as minus 0.25 volts. Cr plus 3 electrons gives rise to Cr solid. E naught value is given as minus 0.74 volts. Based on the above data, the reducing power of Pb, Sn, Ni and Cr is in the order of. Students, this is also one of the application of electrochemical series. So it is useful in predicting the relative strength of reducing agents among the given metals. The metal which has a more negative reduction potential will be the strong reducing agent. So all the reactions given as reduction reactions, reduction processes, they are given, right? When Pb plus 2 is accepting 2 electrons, it is converting into Pb. So all the potentials given as reduction potentials. Then the metal which has negative reduction, more negative reduction potential will be the strong reducing agent. So here chromium Cr plus 3 electrons gives rise to Cr, which has minus 0.74 volts. Then nickel will come in the second rank. Then tin it has minus 0.16 volts. Fourth place is for the Pb, lead, right? So Cr will be the strong reducing agent, right? The reducing power of they are asking. So Cr, then Ni, then N tin, then Pp will come. So option B is right. Cr is greater than Ni is greater than Sn is greater than Pp, right? So metal which has more negative reduction potential is a strong reducing agent. Based on that concept we can predict this. This is very important type of question from this chapter, right? So next question. Saturated solution of KNO3 with agar-agar is used to make salt bridge because, so we know in the electrochemical cell, salt bridge is essential. If salt bridge is removed, immediately the cell reaction will stops. This side, left side container, anode is present, right side container, cathode is present, metal, then this is connected through the metallic wire, and salt bridge is kept like this, which contains organic substance agar-agar and filled with the strong electrolyte like KCl, KNO3 like substances. Outer circuit is completed by the metallic wire, inner circuit is completed by the salt bridge. In the electrochemical cell, salt bridge is essential. If the salt bridge is removed, no current will flows. It will maintain electron neutrality of the cell and it will complete the inner circuit, right? So generally KCl, KNO3 like electrolytes are used. Reason here we have to find out. Velocity of K plus and NO3 minus ions are different. Cations will flow in this direction, left side container to right side container. Anions will flow from the right side container to left side container. Relative velocity, that mobility of the ion should be same. Then only we can use a particular electrolyte in the salt bridge, right? Velocity of K plus and NO3 minus ions are different. No, it is not correct. Ionic mobility of NO3 minus is greater than that of K plus. No, it is also not correct. Ionic mobility of both K plus and NO3 minus are nearly the same. This is a correct option. Students, let us take some more questions now. Students, next question, question number 5. How many minutes will it take to plate out 5.2 grams of Cr from a Cr2SO4 taken thrice solution using a current of 9.65 amperes? Atomic weight of chromium is 52.0. Options are given as 200, 50, 100, 103. This is question based on Faraday's first law of electrolysis. So W is equal to weight is equal to Z is a electrochemical equivalence, that is equivalent of weight divided by 96,500 into Q. Q is, we can write it as current multiplied by time. Let us substitute all the values, given values here. So weight it is given 5.2 grams is equal to equivalent weight is atomic weight divided by charge. Chromium has a +3 charge in this compound, +3 charge. So 3 atomic weight divided by charge will give equivalent weight into 96,500. Current is given as 9.65 amperes and time we need to find out. So students, here time we will get in seconds, right? So from this T is equal to, transfer remaining term to the other side of equation, 5.2 into 3 into 96,500 divided by 52 into 9.65, right? This is 52, 5.2 ones are 10 times. This 0 will get cancelled. This is, students, 9650 divided by 9.65. It is approximately, this is how many times? 100 times, 1000 times it will go, right? 1000 times. So then we are getting the time is 3000 seconds. 3000 seconds. In minutes, 3000 divided by 60 you do, right? So which is equal to 50 minutes. 50 minutes we are getting. So which is given in the option B, 50 minutes. Students, we are using Faraday's first law equation. Weight of the substance deposited or liberated is W is equal to Z into IT. Z is equivalent weight divided by 96,500. I is the current, T is the time in seconds. Then given values we have substituted, and the atomic weight is 52. Then the charge on the CR is +3. So atomic weight divided by charge will give us equivalent weight. So on simplifying, we got T is in seconds, that is a 3000 seconds, right? In the minutes we need to get, right? So divide by 60, we are getting 50 minutes, right? Next question. How many Faradays are required to reduce 0.25 gram of NB5 to the metal? Atomic weight of the metal is given as 93 grams. How many Faradays it is asking, right? Students, NB as +5 in this solution, +5, right? NB5 it is given. So it needs 5 moles of electrons to deposit the 1 mole of NB. 5 moles of electrons is 5 Faradays are required for deposition of 1 mole of NB weight is 93 grams. 93 grams, right? Then how many Faradays are required to deposit 0.25 gram of metal, right? Do the cross multiplication. This question mark, how many Faradays? Assume it as X. 93 into X is equal to 5 into 0.25. Then from this X is equal to 5 into 0.25 divide by 93. Simplify it, you will get 1.3 into 10 power minus 2, which is given in the option B. This many Faradays are required. Students, let us take some more questions now. Question number 7. Total charge required for the oxidation of 2 moles of Mn3O4 into MnO4 minus in presence of alkaline medium is. Options are given as 5 Faradays, 10 Faradays, 20 Faradays, none of these. Students, Mn3O4, oxidation state for the Mn, 3 Mns, it is +8, 3 Mns, together it is +8, because oxygen general oxidation state is -2, -2 into 4 is -8. For 3 Mns it is +8, right? It is given as for 2 moles, then we will multiply this with the 2, right? So total together how many Mns are there? 6 Mn, 6 manganese atoms are present. 3 manganese atoms oxidation state is +8. Then 6 manganese atoms, it is oxidation state will be +16, right? So +8 it is for the 3 manganese, 6 manganese. When we multiply this with the 2 to get the 2 moles of Mn3O4, then this is also multiplied with the 2, then we are getting +16. So this is converting into MnO4 2 minus, manganate ion. Oxidation state of manganese is +6. Students, this side, reactant side, we have 6 manganese atoms. Then for 1 manganese it is +6. Then for the 6 Mn manganese atoms, that is 36, it is 36. Okay, so +16 it is converting into the +36. How many electrons it is losing? That is 20 electrons. If it is a 2 moles, 20 moles of electrons. Charge on 1 mole of electrons is 1 Faraday. Then charge on 20 moles of electrons is 20 Faraday. So option C is right, 20 Faraday is right, because altogether for the 2 moles of Mn3O4, 6 manganese atoms are there, oxidation state is +16. So product side Mn oxidation state is +6. For 6 manganese atoms, 6 are 36. So 16 is converting into 36 by losing 20 electrons. Then it is for the 2 moles, it is a 20 moles of electrons. Charge on 1 mole of electron is 1 Faraday, 20 moles of electron is 20 Faraday, right? So next question. A dilute aqueous solution of copper sulfate is electrolyzed using platinum electrodes. Platinum electrodes in the sense inert electrodes which does not take part in the cell reaction. The products at the anode and cathode are aqueous solution we are taking, students. Anode, charge on the anode in the electrolytic cell is positive. So what is ions present here? Anions, SO4 2 minus, aqueous solution, so OH minus also present, right? And the cathode, charge on the cathode is minus, negative charge. Cations will get reduced at cathode. Cations, what are the cations present? Ionization of a CuSO4 will give Cu2 plus and water will give H plus, right? Then according to the preferential discharge theory, so ion which requires a less discharge potential will get discharged in preference to the other ion which requires a more discharge potential. So OH minus will be reduced. OH, 4 OH minus, minus 4 electrons. This is oxidized. Oxidation occurs at anode, not reduction, oxidation occurs. 2H2O plus O2. So product at anode is we are getting O2, right? O2. Let us see the product at cathode. So this is having positive reduction potential. So less discharge energy is required for this. Preference with the H plus, Cu plus will be discharged into Cu solid. So the product at anode is O2, product at cathode is Cu we are getting, right? So O2 comma Cu, that is given in the option C. Students, let us take 2 more questions now. Students, next question. Electrode potential for the following off cell reactions are: Zn gives rise to Zn2 plus 2 electrons, E0 is equal to plus 0.76 volts. Fe gives rise to Fe2 plus 2 electrons, E0 is equal to plus 0.44 volts. The EMF for the cell reaction Fe2 plus Zn gives rise to Zn2 plus Fe will be. 4 options are given as: first option minus 0.32 volts, option B plus 1.20 volts, C is given as minus 1.20 volts, option D plus 0.32 volts. Students, E0 cell formula is E0 cell is equal to E0 cathode minus E0 anode, provided both the electrode potentials are reduction potentials, but here given as oxidation potentials. So this is oxidation process. Loss of electrons is oxidation. Loss of electrons is oxidation process. Both is oxidation processes they have given. So oxidation, the cell reaction, what is the cell reaction given? Zn is converting into Zn2 plus. So oxidizing. So that means this is a anode. Zinc electrode is anode. Fe plus 2 is converting into Fe means Fe is iron electrode is cathode. So in this formula we need to substitute both the electrode potentials as reduction potentials. Students, then E0 cathode is equal to E0 Zn2 plus slash Zn, reduction potential is required. This is anode, zinc electrode is anode, right? Zinc electrode is anode. So given potential is oxidation potential. To convert into reduction potential, we need to simply change the sign. 0.76 will becomes as minus 0.76 volts. E0 cathode is equal to E0 cathode is E0 Fe2 plus slash Fe is equal to minus 0.44 volts. Let us substitute these values in this expression. E0 cell is equal to, both are reduction potentials now. Cathode is minus 0.44 volts, minus of anode value is minus 0.76 volts. Then minus 0.44 plus 0.76 volts. 0.76 minus 0.44. which is 0.32 volts, which is plus 0.32 volts, which indicates cell reaction is a spontaneous reaction. So plus 0.32 volts. When the electrode potential for the given cell reaction is positive, then the cell reaction is spontaneous process, right? So option D is right. Next question. E naught for the cell Zn/Zn2 plus aqueous double slash Cu2 plus aqueous gives slash Cu is 1.10 volts at 25 degrees Celsius. The equilibrium constant for the reaction Zn plus Cu2 plus aqueous, which is in equilibrium with the Cu plus Zn2 plus aqueous, is the order of 10 power plus 18, 10 power plus 37, 10 power minus 28, 10 power minus 37. Students, direct formula it is a Kc is equal to 10 power n E naught by 0.0591, right? So substitute the values in this expression. Kc is 10 power number of moles of electron transferred. Zn is converting into Zn plus 2. Cu plus 2 is converting into Cu, that is number of moles of electrons is 2. E naught value is 1.1, it is given, divided by 0.0591. Simplify it, we will get it as a 10 power plus 37. So option B is correct. Okay, students, next video we will try to do some more questions. Thanks for watching.